Hello everyone, my name is AussieJTV and today we're going to be answering the question, what is ColdSun? Now ColdSun is a third-person stealth adventure game, it's sort of a narrative-driven game, that's set in a post-apocalyptic world where it's running out of fresh water, overflowing with rubbish or garbage, if you're in America or Canada and the like. And it was actually developed in 15 weeks. Is my understanding, by students at the University of Quebec at Chicoutimi, which I'm probably mispronouncing horribly, but it's very interesting to see a little indie game that's been created by a bunch of students. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this game has to offer. I'm just going to move my cursor off the screen because you don't want to see that, and we'll skip this for now, but basically it's just telling you what I did. Previously the world used to be fine, but then there was garbage, then there was a lack of fresh drinking water. I think it's basically a play on where the world could end up right in the future with climate change and all of these things. Now, one thing I should mention before we get too far into this game does not offer keyboard and mouse support, so you would need a controller in order to play the game. Apart from that, let's get right in. It looks like we're playing some little, some little goblin-style dude, some little thief. I guess, you have to do what you can to survive in this sort of area. And we found a collectible, the family drawing. A family portrait drawn by my little brother. He misses them a lot. So do I. So I wonder if we're going to meet his little brother. Oh, speak of the devil, I think this is your little brother. So, I guess we can drink with right bumper? Or left bumper? But we have nothing to drink. So I guess for now we can press X to continue to the next day, I'm assuming. Just checking the controls here. I am pressing X, but it's not working. I assume what we maybe have to do is collect water to allow us to get to the next day. So for now, let's go exploring. So I actually went out for a meal for the first time in quite some time today, which was quite exciting. Went to get some Japanese food. I must say Japanese is probably my favourite type of food, my favourite cuisine, shall we say, and I had a nice donburi and some takoyaki. Now, if you haven't had takoyaki before, it's like deep-fried octopus balls, and it's probably far tastier than that sounds to you. But yeah, I had a really great time. I think one of the things that I find most interesting, as we get a zoom in here, about going, there's quite a lot of Japanese food places where I live, at least comparative to a lot of other different cuisines, and near where this Japanese food place is, there's actually a fake food shop. And I don't have a clue how it's in business, to be absolutely honest with you. Like, who wants fake food? Like, decorative food, basically. So you've got, like, croissants in there and, like, pastries. Or you can even have, like, full meals. Now, I know in Japan, at least, and probably different parts of Asia, it's quite common in the front of restaurants to put fake food or, like, plastic fake food just to, like, so that people can see what the food's going to look like. But, yeah, I just find it very strange, especially in the UK, because you definitely don't get that. So I'm wondering... Here we go, we can give some of our food, our water to our brother, and then we can rest. I think that's basically what's happened there, and then we get a nice little cutscene. I must say, I really quite like the visual style to this game, considering it was only done in 15 weeks. It's sort of like blocky art style is really cool. And I do like these guys now. These guys are the sort of people you want to pick a fight with, that's for sure. So I guess we now have to... I don't know if this was available earlier. I don't know if I just found a new space, whether this was here before and we just didn't notice it. But let's have a look and see what we find over here. I'm guessing because there's a stealth element to this, it's not going to be so much actual raw combat with these guys, more maybe duck diving, trying to not get found. I'm just seeing how the sprint button works. Oh, you do absolutely leg it there. And as you can see, I've got my little brother now delightfully grabbing on at the back. I feel like he'd be grabbing on for dear life when you sprint with the speed you move. So, I don't wonder what we're off to do. Oh, it's not clear. I assume these people are trying to cart us out of our home or steal our water, maybe is more realistic, since it was so easy for us to get that fresh water just a second ago. So let's see. I think this is where we're going to learn about the stealth mechanic, I would assume. For now, I'm just trying to be cautious. Stick to the shadows is always the best bet with things like this. Let's see if we can see anything. Okay, so it looks like that's sort of a red-orange indicator to say how likely you are to be spotted. Interestingly, I think they must have spotted me through the insides of this ruined out oven. So I guess we just have to be careful. I'm not really sure where we're trying to go. For now, I'm just going to keep the shadows. I mean, it looks like he's going to spot me, but let's just see what happens. I mean, might as well. Like, no one's having a go at me at the moment, so I'm just going to run through. Not sure if that's how it's meant to be. Obviously, with a stealth game, I thought there'd be more of a focus on not getting spotted, but maybe that's just how it is. Well, I do like there's a little the animation when you run out of sprinting is very interesting. Okay, so this is where our water is now. So I guess they've... Oh, there's only a little bit of water. So we probably just need to keep finding more water throughout the game is the general idea. I am intrigued as to what those guys were doing, though. Maybe this becomes our new house. I don't know. We've got a new collectible, the Migrant Journal. The journal is someone that left for the oasis, hoping to find water. I hope they've reached it. Okay, so for now we can continue to the next day. Looks like we have enough water to progress and we got through. I wonder if something glitched out there, because I would have thought we had to do some sort of stealth puzzle to get through those guys, and instead we just walked straight through, let's be honest. Then who knows? So now it looks like they've sort of grown used to this area, or they live in this area. So this guy's picking up some of the water maybe from the pipe. I've just realised I can't sprint at the moment because I need to drink. I think that's the general view. Can you see in the top left, you've got yourself, who's the one to the right, and then you have your little brother in the bottom. And it looks like in order to sprint, you need to have your drink at that certain level. I'm not sure how you drink it, though, because obviously we had a chance to drink right at the start. And I'll open this second Migrant Journal here. An interesting note in the journal. If I can bribe the guard with water, he'll probably let me pass. Should I go through the village or along the riverbed? Interesting. So for now, let's just keep walking. No one's saying anything. No one seems to be concerned with us. And I guess we have an option to maybe go through the riverbed, which I guess is what we're doing now, or go straight up to the front gate. I'm not really sure. Well, for now, you know, until someone tells me off, I'm going to keep moving forwards, I guess. And see, these guys, they're definitely not going to let us through unless we pay with the water. So I guess, why not? Let's just spend our water. You know, they look a lot bigger than me, a lot stronger than me. I'd rather just get through rather than have to worry about the dangers that we might see. Oh, I think that might be a little bit of a glitch there. Can I get out? We may be stuck, everyone. We may be stuck. What a way to go down in this post-apocalyptic world. Get stuck in a bit of a wood. Oh, I managed to get out. That's fine. Perfect. I wonder if we... I don't know if okay, so we have to be at one of these cook pots in order to drink. So I guess we might as well give both ourselves and our little brother some water and try and progress and see where we can get some more. So I can see, look, there's 3 spots there, left and 2 to the right, in which we can get more water. So why don't we try out there? I'm guessing those guys aren't going to be particularly happy with us taking it, though. Oh, and I think, speak of freezes, we just got a little bit of lag there. Hopefully that's a one-off occurrence. So I mean, we could go down. Why don't we explore this way first and just see? Okay, so they do definitely aggro. I wonder what was happening before. No, can you please? I'm just a poor man and his brother. And it looks like, yeah, so if they catch up to you, you instantly die. So let us avoid that next time, and maybe go down towards where all the water is. That seems like our best bet. And just try and not get spotted. So I must say, I do love a good stealth game. I was going to say I haven't played too many recently. I've actually, sort of around the turn of Christmas, I decided it would be a good idea to try and play through all of the old Assassin's Creed games. So I played Assassin's Creed 1 and I played Assassin's Creed 2. And Assassin's Creed 2 has got to be my favourite Assassin's Creed game. But I don't know. They are stealth games, don't get me wrong, but they're not like true stealth games. Ooh, that's scary. Where, you know, I feel like you can sort of get through Assassin's Creed by not doing the stealth stuff for the most part. And that's definitely what I've heard for the later ones as well. Because the last one I actually played was Assassin's Creed 3. I never played Black Flag, which everyone says is a really good game. But I did play, you know, the 3 Assassin's Creed, the set in Italy, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood of Revelations, and then Assassin's Creed 3. Oh dear. Can they go through this? I wonder if they... You can't catch me! Ooh. Oh, it actually worked far better than I thought it would. So where... The point is, while it did work then, I don't know how we get out of this spot. Maybe if we just go a bit slower. Oh, he's definitely going to spot us. Run! And quickly get some more water. I don't know where the progression is. That's what I'm trying to work out, is what's stopping us from living our lives here instead of just always hunting for water. But I guess that's going to come with time. I bet we probably go through there. I'm just saying we might as well feed up? Get as much water as we can before we continue to progress. That's probably the best bet. And let's hide through this. So maybe this is what it meant by through the riverbed / waterway, as we're sort of going into the sewers. And I'll say, considering that this game was produced in such a short time frame, the art style is really good. I mean, obviously there's not a huge amount of story, but I think that's part of the point. You're meant to build the own story, or it's meant to be done through going to say through context. Maybe through subtext is the best word. Okay, so this is basically saying these are the two directions we could go. So we went underground, but we could have gone above ground, but it would have cost us water. So I think we did a good job doing what we did. For now, let's progress. And I just noticed that I don't know, do you think this is that he has 2 toes? Or do you think he's just wearing one of those, like, weird shoes or socks that have a toe hold and your little... That's not how I would say it. You have a big toe and you have your little toes separated inside the shoe. I don't know. But let's progress into the new day and let's both... I was going to say, let's get us both to have a drink before we set off. It's interesting that we haven't had to eat yet. But, you know, I think the game is mainly just trying to show what it's like in a world where it's difficult to find water. And keep the core game mechanics fairly simple. So, now we're getting to, I guess, more of a built-up town. I do wonder how these guys get their water, whether there is... I mean, you've obviously got some machinery here, so potentially we've got pumps that are going underground to get the last bits of water. But I can't see any life, though. I don't know if that's because we might have to go further in, but for now, might as well get the 3rd migrant journal, which is saying, there's a rumour of a way through the sewers as long as you can bribe the guard to get to the oasis. So maybe we don't have to go high up at all. I assumed we'd be sort of climbing vertically at some point, but it looks like we might have to just go underground to get to it. There's a cool little machine, though. I wonder if we can get any water from it. I don't think so, but obviously that must be one of those pumps that provides water into the town. Now, I'm guessing because of the big stop signs, we're probably not meant to be in here, but it's worth a try. I don't know if these guys are going to... Are they going to be after us? I'm just going to see. I'm guessing the ones in blue are just... They're not actually going to actively chase you. But... Oh, we found a toy for our brother. But yeah, they're just basically saying you cannot pass, which is fine with us. We'll go a different way. Maybe through the sewers, as we just heard about earlier. I'm just wondering where we are. I'm hearing... Okay, so anyone that looks like that is not our friend. I'm just interested exactly how the sneaking works. It sometimes feels like... Maybe it's a bit more realistic, you know. It doesn't really matter how close you are. If they can see you, they will go after you. It'd be nice if you had something like to throw, like a rock or something, because at the moment I feel like I'm stuck. I don't think I can move. I just need to wait and see what we can do. Or maybe I can just, you know, I can sprint one way and get him to follow us, and then we can maybe circumvent that way. Go through the building, maybe? Nope, doesn't look like we can. See, I just feel like this is where we're just going to have to be very stealthy indeed, which somehow I don't think is going to pay off. He's noticed us. Come on. Maybe I'll just sprint past you. Oh, not quite, not quite. So it looks like we lose all our water when we get killed as well, so that's good to know. I'm not sure what we were really meant to do there. I think after we got caught the first time, or spotted, I should say, we were just basically screwed is the way I see it. So, either we don't go that way at all, or we just need to do it a bit better. So, let's see if we can just use... Maybe I should actually try and do stealth in the stealth game. That would make a lot of sense. At the moment, I've just sort of been sprinting around where possible. And that seemed to work a lot better already. I think I might just stay in crouched mode, though. See, maybe if you just... Maybe this is a sound-based game as well. So, you don't really hear... I mean, I can hear their footsteps. I can't hear my own, but maybe they can hear ours, is what I'm thinking. Ooh. Slowly does it. Slowly does it. None the wiser. There you go. Bob's your uncle. We're all good. Oh, maybe not. Don't go too fast. Oh, I got myself confused there and I accidentally crouched instead of sprinted, but I think we were done there. But at least we're slowly understanding where we need to go, and it looks like we did hit a checkpoint, because this is not where we started last time. So, where is the guy that spotted us? I don't see him, so maybe we're safe this time. And I'm almost certain there is no combat in this game, but it's worth checking. Are we going to come up behind this guy and kill him? I don't think so. You never saw anything. Right, and I just realised... No, I was going to say, was that our footsteps we were hearing? And obviously not. But we've managed to sneak past the guy that killed us last time, which is nothing but good. Oh, don't speak too soon. Yeah, we've got this easy. And then get some water. Was this only for the water? I mean, not that I'm complaining. You know, I had no water left. But we were looking for a way out. I'm not sure this is where we want to go. Yeah, because this just drops us back where we were. So maybe this is more of a checkpoint than anything else. And then we actually have to progress to one of these other directions. So he's minding his own business, and maybe these signs are actually cues. So that looks to me like some water. So this way for water, this way for progression. Ooh. I wonder if anyone else knows of other games like this, because it looks like the University of Quebec does this fairly often. It's not that unusual for them to make games or have students making games, which I think is a really cool idea. I've not seen them on Steam before, but that could be Hang on a minute. This is where we started. Ah, so this whole time we probably could have just snuck through and given the water to this guy first to get through, but I just didn't even notice that. But, you know, it's to see more of the game, see more of the adventure side and the stealth action. It's just, the main thing I'm really enjoying about this game is just what the buildings look like and the architecture of it all. Sorry if there's no way to change camera sensitivity, and I feel like when I span like that, that was far too fast for everyone that was watching. I like how our brother was just playing Airplane just then. I think that there's a lot to be said from, you know, when you're trying to survive like this, the little things that you can do with your, well, with whoever you're traveling with, whether it be your brother, you know, a friend, or just random people that you've had to met. I'm thinking like zombie apocalypse style. Just, it's the little things that matter in these sort of areas. So, a tree. Now, to me, a tree means roots. A roots means you're getting water in some form. So maybe this is what these guys are all protecting. This is the way to get fed and I'm gonna say fed and drunk. What's the equivalent of I guess hydrated is the equivalent of fed, but for water. Now they've dropped us off here, but how do we actually get down? Maybe this was just like a checkpoint and it was a lookout point, and we just if we go back down, a new path will have opened up. That's going to be my guess. Let's see. I'll go all the way to the bottom because we didn't check that before, but I can't see anything. So this didn't used to be here. Okay. So, what are we going to find here? And just to mention, obviously, this game came out yesterday on the 9th of February. And it's completely free. So if you feel like this looks interesting, you want to give it a whirl yourself and support, I guess, the students that are making these sorts of games, I'd really recommend it. And even if it's just to see this little brother, like, look how cute he is. Ooh, he's being a bit loud. He's going to give away our position. Oh, this is not a clever idea. We're going to sprint. We're going to sprint. I think that was a case of we're being quite quiet, but we were just a bit too close to them. I do wonder if this game, I mean, to be fair, I feel like based on the fact that it's taking half an hour, it's a bit more of a showcase. I mean, it's really interesting and it's showing some core game mechanics and a really cool concept and art style. But I'm not entirely sure how the sneaking mechanic works, and probably it doesn't help when your little brother is making airplane noises while you're playing. Let's just be very quiet here. Is he going to go down those stairs? Yeah. It's probably that I'm being far too impatient. That's probably what it comes down to. And if you're just a bit slower, you'd see the patterns in how the guards move and be able to work around that. Ooh, ooh. He definitely can hear us. But he's not going to get up here in time. No way. Right. And now we're through into what might be another checkpoint. I'm not sure. But it's definitely another area. And are we finally getting close to the tree? Yes, we are. So, this is the great rubbish heap of the tree. Which, I mean, it can't be good. I've never really seen this, but I assume if you don't see trees growing in rubbish heaps, right? For obvious reasons. So, wonder why this is managing to survive, or maybe it's just so old that it works. Now, I'll be honest. This is very good for our little brother, but there is no way we are fitting through there. I'm about to be proved wrong, I'm sure, but there's no way we can fit in there. Or is this meant to be... I'm probably ruining this by voicing over it, but is this the heartfelt goodbye of like, I can't go on any longer. You survive. I'll make my way my own way. In fact, maybe there's a bit after this where we rejoin him. Or we may have... I mean, I don't know. We're 19 minutes into the recording, and they said it takes half an hour to finish the game. I have been doing quite a bit of sprinting, so who knows? Maybe this is the end. Maybe this is the end of ColdSun. And it looks like it is. Well, if you enjoyed this, maybe you could do a better job yourself, because I'll be honest, I think I probably sprinted through that game a bit more than I should have. But yes, really recommend you pick this up because it's completely free, and big thanks to, I guess, all of these people here as part of the University of Quebec for putting this together. Anyway, today, this is Aussie J signing off.